Hello everybody, this is a Lamley showcase or unboxing, call it whatever you want. We're gonna open that, we're gonna open that, we're gonna open that. All Formula One, all I would say a refreshing approach to Formula One or a new approach. We have seen Formula One cars from Hot Wheels in the past. We've seen Formula One cars or tribute cars to Formula One. From Matchbox as well, other brands. But this is very interesting. There's been a lot of talk about this. Hot Wheels is leaning into Formula One as well. They should. There's been a lot of news about new things that Hot Wheels is doing. And I think it's interesting because the Ferrari news with Hot Wheels was big news, especially for long-term collectors. To see Ferrari back, it's a big deal. This one is very interesting and I want to talk about it. I want to obviously open these up, showcase these cars. The 5-pack is just hitting. I've seen people overseas finding it. This is in the E-case, the Williams Racing. The Oracle Red Bull has already been out for a little bit. People are finding that in stores. There's a third Formula One on card that's coming out, and that'll be later. Actually, we'll show you a sneak peek of that here in a little bit. I have images from Leeway, who is the graphic designer who's been working on these. But yeah, it's going to be an onslaught because not only do we know about these from Hot Wheels, but we know there's the Hot Wheels Formula One car that is being custom made, or custom made is the wrong word, but is being built to the orders. That's I think you can actually, maybe it's already closed down, but I think if you go to Mattel Creations, you might be able to buy it. There's also the special edition premium models that are being sold individually. They already went on sale. They haven't finished them yet. I think they're coming out this fall. They all sold out. I think it was limit 5 per buyer of each car, and I can't remember. Maybe we can go through some of those here as I'm talking about it. But they look fantastic, and I don't know too much about what's coming out. But it does look like you're going to get some unique castings, meaning they're going to lean into some of these. You might see some modifications in the casting. At least the renderings show some mild details, some minute details between each car with these premium and obviously like full premium decos and everything else. This is a license that Hot Wheels has. This is a license that Hot Wheels should have. And they are, as they should, leaning into it in a big way. And I think it's probably, while the Formula or the Ferrari news might be the biggest news for Hot Wheels collectors like you and I, this might be the bigger deal. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. You go back and forth, partly because Ferrari will have a hand in this. I would imagine that we're going to see some Ferraris. Now that they have that, we're going to see some Formula One Ferraris rolling out over time as well. It's just, let's just say, the sky's the limit of what we're going to see. Now, I really want to talk about these basic ones because, in my opinion, I'm a Hot Wheels collector. I love Hot Wheels. I probably lean more towards Hot Wheels Premium than I do Basic. But if I see a cool car from Hot Wheels, I'm into it. And Hot Wheels being such an iconic brand, I'm always interested in the angles they take and what they do. They still are, everything goes through Hot Wheels. We compare everything to Hot Wheels. If a new premium brand comes out or does something cool, and I'll give you a great example. Here's this. This is one of the Red Bull Racing by Mini GT. Mini GT, and we've seen Tarmac Works do them and some other brands, obviously out of Europe, doing Formula One cars. But Mini GT's Formula One cars are fabulous, incredibly detailed. Wheels, everything about them. This is from the Red Bull Showrun. They're beautiful. The drivers are included. Sometimes you see even figurines, but the models are highly detailed, beautifully proportioned, roll beautifully. They are fantastic premium models. How the Hot Wheels premium models will compare to that? Will they lean more into like car culture, that realm, which is kind of unique to Hot Wheels, or will they lean more towards like Elite 6.4, which many of us maybe unofficially see as Elite 6.4 as maybe a little bit of a response to a brand like Mini GT. And so the comparisons could probably run rampant, and maybe they should. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But this is different. And this is what I'm most excited about from Hot Wheels, because there's nothing like Hot Wheels Basic. And I think seeing Formula One cars in the Hot Wheels Basic line is far more interesting for Hot Wheels. We'll talk about getting realistic premium models, but ultimately, if Hot Wheels can really create a universe of these basic Formula One cars, that's going to be something special. I hope you see what I'm saying. So I'm going to be far more interested in how this develops. Will we see Ferrari? We'll see some of these other racers, drivers, brands, teams, everything represented. It'll be cool. 5-pack, 2, we have 3. So there's going to be 8 coming out in the first year. We're already seeing 7 of them. Let's start, obviously, with the first one. Then we'll open this one fairly quickly. This is the Oracle Red Bull Racing. The castings are the same. And see, this is the other thing I will say about this. Every one of these castings is exactly the same. In fact, if you look at the bottom, it says Formula One Collection. So again, if you're comparing them to the premium models that other brands are doing, you'd say, that's goofy. It's just the same casting. There's no subtle differences. But that's kind of the point. These are play cars. So these are going to be, well, collectors like you and I will build this family, which will be fun to do. This is for kids to take off the pegs and have actual Hot Wheels Formula One cars with the Red Bull, Oracle, and other Honda. You got Honda on this, represented on this. And I think that's what's going to be so interesting about this. So Red Bull Racing, basic range. I'll call this licensed. How I'm going to incorporate it into the Lamley Awards. That's a really good question. I didn't open it from the bottom. That's okay. You get Red Bull branding on the card, obviously. Formula One, big portion here. Yeah, that's just, we'll just put that right back there. And here is the model. We'll put it on the turntable for just a second. But yeah, you start seeing you've got some good representation here, and you can see where the Formula One license really comes into play, because you get all of these logos on the front. You obviously get the Red Bull branding, but you've got Visa represented, Tag Heuer, Oracle. I'm seeing Zoom here. It's not exact, but this is a $1, we call them $1, but they're a little bit more than that now, model with some pretty good branding on it that would be very difficult, I think, for Hot Wheels to build one by one. But because they have the Formula One licensing, there's a lot of branding that comes with it. I've got this Dream Customs mat that's more of the race car. It's not exact to Formula One, but we can kind of create a little family there, which is kind of cool. Second one that's coming out, like I said, this is in the E case, is Williams Racing. I'm really digging this one. Now, if I'm just going by aesthetic alone, I like this one even better because it appears to have kind of a matte blue color with the Komatsu branding, the Gulf branding, and then I really like the black rims. Good use of the aero rims for this. All of them get it, which makes perfect sense, obviously, for Formula One. All right, let's go ahead and open this one up. Williams Racing branding on the packaging. I don't know if there's any special packaging in the 5-pack, but we will get to that in a second. Yeah, the color on this is fabulous. The black rims is fabulous. Car's light. I don't know how it would be on the track. It does look like the nose is a little bit lifted. It does appear the nose is a little bit higher, but I think in terms of stance, it does work. And I'm trying to figure out, how the actual F1 cars sit. Maybe the nose sits a little bit higher too. I don't know if these are if the key is that these, work on the track, but then again, that's kind of the essence of Hot Wheels Basic, is that they work on the track. But again, what do we have? Pirelli, W Hotels. Can't see all of them. Gulf, of course. I mean, this is the kind of stuff, I like to collect all the Zamax. I collect brands like Advan, Moon Eyes, Falcon. My intention, unless this goes completely haywire, is to have all of these in the collection, kind of build them and just have them one by one. And if Hot Wheels really does lean into this, and we have a Formula One pack every year, and we get a few of these, with the proper branding on it, it's going to be really fun to collect. So let's talk about the 5-pack. I'll get the camera back up here. We've got 5 cars, all branded. You notice here you've got McLaren, BWT Alpine, Visa with Red Bull, Kick Sauber, and MoneyGram, the Haas F1 team. So you get all these teams represented with the proper branding. Obviously, like I said, I don't think it's exact. But again, we're talking about $1 cars. The back here, oh, that's cool. I don't think I even noticed that. By the way, Hot Wheels, Mattel sent this over to me. You'll have to let me know if you have found this in stores here in the United States. I know it's being found in other places, and people are asking ridiculous amounts for these on eBay. I wouldn't wouldn't do it. Just wait. They'll come, and people will be able to buy. I mean, you'll be able to find this in stores. Anyway. All right, I'm just trying to think see if there's any other branding here, but let's walk through these cars. I don't want to, I mean, ultimately I'm going to have more fun with these loose than in the package, but we'll get right to it. And here, since we can kind of put that, well, it's too light now to stay up. Well, let's see, maybe we can. We can now... Here, actually, I'm going to put it over here. And let's look at the team. So we're going to start at the top, McLaren, the McLaren Formula One team. Get it on the turntable. Again, there's not much details in terms of the casting itself. We're talking more about the branding itself. And, like, I should go and look at these just for fun. I'm going to go and look at each one of these cars and see, if there are some subtle details. Will Hot Wheels do another casting that will have some updates? Obviously, as the cars get updated over, year over year, we might see some changes with some of these castings, and I think it probably is worth investing if there's drastic enough changes in new castings as they go. Another little detail about these that's kind of cool is that these all have drivers, right? There is a helmet inside of these, so that actually makes these look realistic as well. I'm trying to look Cisco Chrome. A lot of it's on the nose, right? I mean, there's just a lot. Hilton. It's just cool to see this branding where it's not just like the word McLaren down, on the side. This is, with this actual branding, it's kind of cool. All right, we're going to fill up this race here. Here's number 2, BWT Alpine F1 team. All of these are, it's either black or blue, isn't it? That's what we're getting, base colors. And then they've really had some fun with the rims. These are really, really beautifully executed. BWT, Alpine Castrol. And what's interesting is we probably will see some of this branding we won't see on other models that they could do because it says specific to Formula One. So how this works and how it goes through Formula One and how the approvals go, I would imagine it can be somewhat complicated, but it also means that Hot Wheels will lean into this and we will get a lot of these cars. Third one from the set is the Visa Red Bull team. So we get the Red Bull Oracle team, and now here's the Visa one. Honda once again. I'm just making sure. Yeah, there is no difference in these castings. They're all the same. They're all marked Formula One Collection, right? And I think I'm just looking at these. Yeah, all the same. It is all the same casting. I didn't think there's any sort of subtle difference that I haven't seen yet. But this one looks really nice in blue. Love the red rims on it. These are, again, I'm gonna keep going back to this. There is something about these as $1 models that I actually kind of appreciate more than premium. That doesn't make sense, does it? Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. It's just kind of cool to have them as $1 models. I just think that is a nice fit. All right, next one. Kick Sauber F1 team. I'm looking at the Kick. We have, I can't really read all of these from my angle. Obviously up close we can. I see Pirelli, I see Cielo. Fix. I can't read them all. I know that, and again, this is probably through Formula One. Obviously, we know that there's the IWC teams, and IWC has been hand in hand with Hot Wheels and AMG, AMG for sure, but obviously Hot Wheels, and I wonder if we will see like something with the IWC logo on it, because we know that has been a thing. Last one is the MoneyGram Haas F1 team. I'm going to move this box now over here because we got that one slot over there to fill up, and we'll put that on there too. White rims, nice trim. Castings are nice and crisp. By the way, plastic chassis, metal body. Spoiler in the back is metal, front is metal. It's just that surrounding area on the bottom that's plastic. I mean, they're light, but they have a decent weight to them. MoneyGram, Haas, American flag, Pirelli. I can't see everything there. Oh, Chipotle. Chipotle as a sponsor there on the side for you burrito fans. There you Go. It's cool, isn't it? It's cool. I like many other people, am learning about F1 through the onslaught of F1 that we've had, right? As the drivers get more popular, as it's moved more into the United States, if we've seen like the Las Vegas Grand Prix and Austin and some of these others, Miami, of course, as we've seen, Lewis Hamilton transcends the sport, and is like a fashion icon beyond being just a historic driver. There might be some leaning into some of the history of F1, which might be cool to see, especially with Ferrari, Schumacher, all that kind of stuff. There might be some really interesting things that come from this starting here. This is a fantastic start. I promised you a sneak peek. I'll show you the third car. These are the pictures that Leeway sent me. So for a total of 8, I'll just show them to you so you can get the details. It's obviously going to be in the basic range. I don't know what mix, but it'll be out fairly soon. Leeway, who does a lot of the graphics for basic, is in charge of these, and he's, what he can work with in terms of this, like how he decides what branding is on there, if he works with the F1 teams. We might have to get some answers from him one of these days and maybe talk to him about this whole line, because it's really, really cool. You guys tell me what you think. Are you excited about this? Are you more like, no, I'm good, I'm not interested in F1, or just give me the mini GTs, give me the premium when the Hot Wheels premium come out, I'm happy with this? Or are you kind of intrigued by the basics? This is more intriguing to me. Let's see when the not compared to the mini GT. I'm cool with the mini GT, and I have all of those that have come out. But in terms of Hot Wheels, I'm more interested in this one. But I'd be interested in your take on this. This is a lot of talk, little less show, but 7 cool cars, I think, and I think they look fantastic together. All right, I want to know your thoughts. Thanks for Mattel for sending this. Thanks, everybody. Bye.